We're talking about what actually happens when you decide to believe in yourself again. Hello there, my beautiful friend of the internet. Thanks for being here again. My name is Lorri Klassen. I'm your marketing mentor. On this week's episode of Making Sense of Social Media Marketing Mindset, we're going to talk about what happens when you actually decide to believe in yourself again, even if it's been a while. Let's start at the beginning, and that is when you actually realize that you've stopped believing in yourself. That comes in things like being really nervous to post on social media or doubting every post that you put out there, shrinking back from visibility, or calling what you're doing just a hobby instead of claiming it as your business, proudly and loudly claiming it as your business. Maybe it's about waiting for validation from someone, or maybe even a bunch of someone's, that you're on the right path or you're doing a good job or something along those lines. As you know, if you're a midlifer like me, validation comes from within. And that's the one that matters most. And if you're a Christian, you don't need to be validated by anyone because God's got you. Here's a little bit of my own story from when I lost my voice. And trust me when I tell you, it's happened more than once. If you've been following my story, my podcast, or maybe my social media posts this year, 2025, you will have seen or heard that I went through a massive life shift that I was not expecting. My husband very, very suddenly, what felt like out of the blue, decided he wanted a change and needed a change. And that's it. Our marriage was over. And well, there's just a lot more to that story. But needless to say, I went through it was a massive blow, and I went silent. I just I did not put myself out there, and my business suffered tremendously, if I'm being honest. And I just don't want that for you. There are ways to get through those times of putting yourself on the back burner. And those are the types of things that I want to talk about here today. And I want to continue to talk about on this podcast as we are in the midst of, let's call it, midlife marketing mindset. Belief isn't born from praise or applause. It comes from remembering who you are without it. So let's reframe what it looks like to start believing in yourself again. Belief isn't confidence, it's simply a decision. If you remember from last week's episode, I did talk all about confidence and what it looks like to regain your confidence. But this decision of believing in yourself again, that's on a whole nother level. It's like mind exercises. You have to do them. And the less you do them, the softer those muscles get. I mean, I raise my arm here and show you my bat wings? I'm not sure, but trust me, they're there. And that's simply because I have not exercised my arms in far too long. Ladies, I'm sure you get me. Self belief just isn't something you sit around and wait for. You choose it. It's a decision, it's a choice. Like I said, it's that muscle that if you don't use it, you're going to lose it, just like every other muscle on our body. And if you're like me and you are a God believing Christian, God already believes in you and He's just waiting for you to catch up. If that doesn't give you sort of the chills, or if it doesn't really resonate with you, then I'm sorry, because it does for me, and it feels, it's just such a powerful statement. He is waiting. He is waiting for you to catch up. What a beautiful thing. What a great thing to aspire to. So, what's next? What changes when you start believing in yourself again? Your voice gets louder in the very best way possible. And even if it's in an annoying way, who cares? Ladies, we don't care anymore. We're midlife. We just don't care. Here's a bit of a side note. If you're on TikTok, I encourage you to look up the We Just Don't Care club of midlife women. It is such fun what they're doing over there on TikTok. They're just having a blast. When you start believing in yourself again, your energy shifts and people notice. My energy has certainly been shifting lately, especially since I relaunched my podcast, which I'm absolutely so obsessed about. And even if only 3 people listen, I don't care. I feel like I am doing something that I am supposed to be doing, and it feels so fantastic. And when that happens with you, you'll feel the same way. It's like you've you're back in that size jeans that just fits you so perfectly and you feel so comfortable in them. You never want to stop wearing them. I don't even know if that makes sense, but that's how it feels when you start believing in yourself again. You stop over explaining. That's another thing. Oh my goodness, how many of us have over explained and tried to convince of one thing or the other, whatever it is that you do for your business? And what about underpricing? Am I right, ladies? Underpricing is not going to get you more customers and clients. It is simply not. It is that belief in yourself that will eventually lead to the confidence that will allow your business to grow. So stop waiting for permission because this one's on you. You have to decide. Something else happens too when you start really believing in yourself again. You become extremely creative. Whether you are, a creative or not, you simply want to put good things out onto social media. It sometimes even feels effortless. Okay, here we go. You don't need a new plan. You just don't. What you need is a new belief system. I shared a little bit earlier about how my life started over again earlier this year, but it's not the first time I've had to reboot and start again. And every single time, it has caused me to come back stronger than ever. And now that I'm 60 and yeah, I'm starting over again. Am I it's not a matter of being proud of it or not. It's happening and I am making the most of it. And that's an exciting, I feel like that's a really exciting place to be. So whether you are starting over again or not, or whether you're in a place of sheer comfort or you're just apathetic or like life has just gotten dull and boring and you just you don't know what you want to do anymore. My goodness, ladies, with the life experience that we have and the wisdom that we have and the choices that we've made over the years, there is so much good that you can do with that when it comes to your social media posts and other methods of digital marketing to build and grow and absolutely skyrocket your business. Part of my superpower is teaching the how to's of social media marketing, but now I'm really putting emphasis on the mindset aspect. That matters so much more than the tactical how to's. Those how to's they'll come and go. As we know, social media shifts, algorithms change, things that we're supposed to be doing on social media that will always be changing. But if you have that strength of mindset, if you have that confidence and strong self-belief, you are going to be going places and building a business that you absolutely love. Remember, belief didn't make her perfect, it made her powerful. My beautiful friend of the internet, you are my beautiful friend of the internet, you're not broken. You're not behind. You're also not done. But this is your time to rise. And this time you're bringing your wisdom and your life experiences and a beautifully strong self belief with you. So here's a fun action that you can take. Write yourself a note and hide it away. Be sure to maybe write down where you put it in case you've forgotten. I actually wrote myself an email on January 1st of this year, and I scheduled it to send to myself on December 31st of this year. Now, That's going to be a very interesting email because I thought I was still happily married at the time. So that should be a very interesting read come December 31st. Other than that, I literally have no idea what I said in that email. So writing letters to our future selves can be super interesting and a really fun thing to do. Or if you want, send me a DM or make a comment with "I'm back." And trust me, I'm going to celebrate the heck out of you because you are back, baby. If you want to get in on my weekly newsletter, I think I just swallowed a bug. If you want to get in on my weekly newsletter, I'll leave a link down below. Thank you again, my friend of the internet, for spending this time with me this week. I appreciate it so very much. If you're not yet subscribed, go ahead and do so. And if you found this useful or insightful or fun or whatever, go ahead and share it with a girlfriend. Hopefully, she'll enjoy it too. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.